This is not an ad. I had paid my own money for this and this hoodie, and I couldn't be more excited about it, honestly. Like, the hype over getting the 3rd overall pick in the draft, it got me hook, line, and sinker. I got an email about the draft day hats, went to the store to buy this, saw this. I was like, oh man, just take all my money. Just take it, give it to our new rookie. I don't care. This potentially could turn things around for this franchise. And I didn't want to say turn things around like things are that bad. Picking 3rd overall will greatly improve the talent in the team, which is sorely needed, because I doubt we can do anything in the trade market or in the free agent market. So the draft is where it's at. And we're here, 3rd overall pick. I still can't believe it. We're like a week removed. Thank you to everyone that checked out my draft lottery reaction video, by far the biggest video on this channel. So we have more than 100 new people here, which is amazing. Welcome. Thank you for checking out the channel. I truly appreciate it. I also really appreciate everyone that got in the comments exactly on the dot. 100 comments, 144 likes, and 3 dislikes. Who would dislike the Hornets getting the 3rd pick? Like, why? We're just trying to get a seat at the table, you know, in the NBA overall conversation. And we're just, you know, I don't know why people want to hate on the Hornets. Like, what's your beef? What's your beef with the Hornets, you know? In this video, as you can tell by the title and thumbnail, we're looking at who the Hornets should draft. Disclaimer, my name is Sam, and I am not a college basketball expert, nor am I an international basketball expert. I am just a Hornets fan, hoping for the best. Big picture wise, the Hornets cannot mess this up. I think the consensus is that there's 3 players in this draft. And from everything I've seen and read, Edwards, LaMelo, Weisman. And then there are a lot of other like good players, but there's no consensus number 1. If I'm the Hornets front office, I'm sitting in a real positive position, because all we need to do is just stay where we are and just take whoever's there. We've been given a gift by the ping pong ball gods to pick in the top 3 of the 2020 draft, which is so insane. I cannot wrap my head around how this worked out. The first mock draft we're looking at is from ESPN. It has Anthony Edwards going 1st, LaMelo 2nd to Minnesota, and then Weisman to the Hornets. This is where like my brain goes to. We need a center. James Weisman is a center, and he's really good. And he could start for the Hornets easily. He can easily take the minutes that Cody Zeller had, that Biz had, that Billy Hernangomez had, and really like, that's a 5. Devontae, Terry, PJ, Miles, and Weisman is a 5. A really good, like, competitive 5. And any one of these guys can be the best player in the draft, like 2 or 3 years from now. Like Killian Hayes here at 9 could easily be a guy everyone looks back on him and, damn, 8 teams passed on him. I want history to be kind to MJ and Kupchak, because it's not fair to look at like these guys from Denny down and be like, oh man, how did any NBA GM pass on them, when like the consensus top 3 essentially is Edwards, Ball, Weisman. Strengths, Weisman is tall and he's long. It's a weird thing to say, but the 7'5" wingspan, that could come in handy, right? Improvement areas. Feel for the game is a work in progress on both ends. Average passer who shows questionable instincts and awareness defensively. Not a glowing endorsement there, obviously. Especially guarding pick and rolls. Can be foul prone. That's a rip. Doesn't always know his best role offensively. That's also a rip. Has been intent on proving his skill on the perimeter rather than using his frame to his advantage inside the paint. Rip. Elongated release, side spin, and questionable percentages from the free throw line raised doubts about his shooting ability. Not worried about that. I'm okay with that. When you're a 6'3" guard and you can't shoot already, and you don't play defense that well, that is concerning to me. It's a weird one. I'll be happy if you put on this hat on draft day, but I have a tough time talking myself into Anthony Edwards. It doesn't really excite me like Weisman would, or even LaMelo. Like LaMelo may be a dumpster fire of a draft pick, but you cannot argue that it will not be exciting to see him suit up for the Hornets. LaMelo, 6'7", he also can't shoot for a guard. Like, that's a problem. Gifted ball handler who plays at different speeds and can make every pass with either hand, especially operating out of a pick and roll. throws 90-foot outlets, and makes magical touch passes. Love that. Improvement areas for LaMelo. Has struggled to score efficiently throughout his career, shot just 46% from 2-point range and 25% from 3. That sucks. The number one guy that I'll say, okay, I'm glad we got him, is James Weisman. He's number 1 on my list. Number 2, Anthony Edwards. Number 3, LaMelo Ball. I'll be happy with any of them, but I'll be most okay with Weisman, then next Edwards, and then LaMelo. Moving next to the ringer, Kevin O'Connor's mock draft. Anthony Edwards, he has number 1 in his mock draft to the Timberwolves, just like ESPN, so we're not gonna get into that. Who's he up going to? Weisman 2 to the Warriors. By the way, I said, okay, he has Denny coming to the Hornets. Like, we'll get to that in a second, but whatever, the Warriors are gonna do something nuts with the 2nd overall pick. It's kind of not fair that they got it, but they're like the best ran franchise in the league, so they deserve it. Really deserve it. They've earned everything they've gotten. So salute to the Warriors. Really, like every franchise should want to be like the Warriors. If I'm being completely honest. All right, he has LaMelo falling to 4 to the Bulls. Danilo Gallinari, Nick Batum, Dario Saric. I'm sorry, no thank you. Like, look at the comps. Anthony Edwards, shades of Oladipo, Eric Gordon, Dion Waiters. Like 2 out of 3 is not bad, right? Wiseman, mild-mannered Rasheed Wallace. I love Rasheed Wallace. High energy Hassan Whiteside. That's an amazing comp. Denny, Danilo, Batum, Saric. No, just no. I'm sorry. I will not be happy if this happens. I'll probably talk myself into it. Like, he has the measurables, the playmaking, feel for the game, interior shooting call-outs are nice. It's just no. I can't. LaMelo, his comps, Jason Williams, Lonzo Ball, Sean Livingston. Even that's kind of mid, but that's a stronger comp to me than Danilo, Batum, and Saric. Like, what? Anthony Edwards, for all intents and purposes, is removed from this conversation. Wiseman, athletic marvel. 2 great words put together, even better. Athletic marvel who flashes massive two-way potential, but in the short term will be best suited for a simple rim running role. I need that. I want that on this team. Passes like he's on the Harlem Globetrotters, and it somehow works. He needs to dramatically improve his scoring efficiency, but he has the upside to become one of the NBA's best playmakers. That's very appealing, truly. It's just not as appealing as athletic marvel who flashes massive two-way potential. Like, the language difference, the way people talk about Wiseman, Edwards compared to LaMelo, is hard to get excited about LaMelo's game other than his massive star power. Like, that's what you're drafting and could be something positive for the team. But I don't know. Just as a basketball decision, as a basketball call, if LaMelo's there, the Hornets should take him. But if I had it my way, I want Wiseman to fall to 3. My rankings are unchanged. Still want Wiseman to fall to us first. That'd be the guy I'm most happy with drafting. After that, Edwards. And then after that, LaMelo Ball. CBSSports.com, NBA mock draft, round 1, pick 1, who they got? Rip. All right, so LaMelo first overall. Okay, who they have going to? Wiseman. All right, Warriors draft Wiseman. I'd be really upset about that if this played out this way. I think I feel a certain way about Weisman coming off the board right before the Hornets got to pick. I assume Edwards is 3rd. Yeah, so Edwards 3rd. And truthfully, seeing it play out like this, LaMelo goes off the board. I'm like, okay, I probably think, okay, that's a sigh of relief. Wiseman then goes like, damn, that's the guy I really wanted. And then you think like, oh, Edwards is here. He fell to 3. He's a guy that could have easily gone number 1. And he fell to us. That's a dub. That's really a win. And he's a dude that can fit. He can fit with us. I'm sure Borrego can figure out how to manage minutes between Devontae Edwards, and Terry, Malik, the Crash Brothers, and the rest of the squad. Like, you could do some things. You can go super small. Like, this is something that could really work out for the club. I'd be very pleased with this. He just can't shoot. Like, the shooting thing is crazy. Why can't any of these guys shoot? Like, why? The 29% 3-point percentage is crazy. That's really crazy to me. Like this, that's nuts. That's college, man. There's a history of guys coming into the NBA and learning how to shoot where they couldn't really shoot in school. 29% from 3-point in college is trash. He can learn how to shoot. That is not beyond the realm of possibilities, but damn it, man. I'm going on record right now. The number one guy I want the Hornets to draft, to fall to the 3rd spot, is James Weisman. He's number 1 on my list. After that, if Weisman's gone, the next player I want to fall to us at 3 is Edwards. And then after that, if those 2 are taken and all that's left of the 3, LaMelo Ball, welcome to Charlotte. We had 3 guys represent Charlotte in the Rising Stars game, and one of them won MVP. The idea of adding a top 3 player to that mix, to that young core, regardless of position, skill set, baggage, is a huge step for this club. These guys are on rookie deals and they can grow and develop together. You can trade 1 or 2 of them for a more established player, for more picks to go up. Like last summer, this team had really no assets. Now, with Devontae's emergence, Miles' development, PJ's arrival, and then whoever this 3rd pick is, I would argue the Hornets went from having 0 assets post Kemba that aren't expiring contracts, 0 assets to 4 in 12 months. That's a major accomplishment from MJ to Mitch Kupchak. Hopefully things work out. Hopefully all those guys can stay here. Don't get me, I don't want them to be traded or anything like that for any new players unless like the madness has happened and like Bradley Beal somehow wants to come here, like something like that. Short of that, like let's draft these guys, let's develop these guys and keep them here. No more letting our best players walk away. No more of that. It just makes this whole process not worth it if the guys you draft, you sign, you trade for, what have you, don't want to stick around after 4 or 5 years. So that's it for me. Thank you so much for watching, truly. The response, the growth on this channel has been insane. So thank you to everyone who's come through. Thank you to everyone who's been here over the course of the last 12 months. Let me know what you think. Like, a lot can change. Light up the comment section. Let me know if you agree or disagree with anything I said. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I will see you all next weekend.